Good evening, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. Najib's house arrest bid was back in the headlines today, with Zaid Ibrahim calling for ministers in the government to address the issue and to be transparent. Former Law Minister Zaid Ibrahim has called on ministers to address the issue of ex-Premier Najib Abdul Razak's house arrest bid, citing the need for transparency and adherence to constitutional principles. Zaid drew attention to Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's recent remarks in Doha, where he suggested that the young di-Pertuan Agong only consider Najib's house arrest bid after the conclusion of the latter's ongoing 1MDB trial. Anwar had emphasized that as Prime Minister, he would not override the King's authority and that his advice would only be made if the ruler asked for it. In his statement, Zaid said the saga of house arrest is not a bid by Najib. It came about because the government was not acting on the royal pardon. He said that Najib had to initiate legal action because the government was unwilling to act on the decree. Zaid also claimed the government was hiding this information from the public until the court case. He warned against covert manoeuvres, stressing the importance of honesty and adherence to constitutional provisions. He urged the cabinet to consider the ramifications of questioning the Agong's power to pardon and called upon UMNO to assert pressure for a lawful resolution. Zaid and his firm had represented Najib in the final stage of his appeal in the SRC international corruption case at the federal court in 2022. Dominos Pizza has lodged a police report after a customer made a disrespectful comment in the remarks section when placing their order. The police requested for public not to make any speculations regarding this issue, which can threaten public order. Police are investigating a controversial message mocking Islam which appeared on the receipt of a popular pizza chain in Penang. Barat Daya District Police Chief Kamarul Rizal Jenal said the case has been classified under Section 14 of the Minor Offences Act. He said police request that the public not make any speculations regarding this issue which can threaten public order. Earlier, it was reported that Dominos Pizza had filed a police report and taken appropriate action against the customer and staff involved. Domino's told Free Malaysia today that they are deeply disappointed that a customer made a hurtful and disrespecting comment when placing their order. The pizza chain added that they are also disappointed that one of their team members thought it was appropriate to share this online, including the customer's personal information. Meanwhile, Bayan Lepas Assembly Person Azrul Mahathir Aziz said he had gone to the outlet to seek clarification. Azrul said, "Many, like myself, misunderstood and thought that the receipt was generated by the cashier." However, he said the receipt, which went viral, is for an online order which has the category remark, which was misused for the act of provocation. Calling for the perpetrator to be arrested, the assembly person also urged the public to remain calm. A DAP lawmaker has reminded Wee Ka Seong that he was Transport Minister at the time of the LRT accident 3 years ago. Teresa Kok questioned why Wee did not use his position to resolve the matter when he had the full authority and opportunity to do it. Seputeh MP Teresa Kok has lashed out at MCA President Wee Ka Seong for urging the government to settle a lawsuit from a victim of an LRT collision 3 years ago. The DAP lawmaker reminded Wee that he was the Transport Minister at the time of the accident and thus he could have settled it then. In a statement today, she expressed shock at the outrageous statement made by Wee, who has urged the government to do the humane thing and settle the lawsuit brought by the victim. Teresa asked Wee if he had forgotten his role as the Transport Minister at the time of the accident and if Wee is saying that he is not humane. She further questioned why did Wee not use his ministerial position, which would have been most effective, in offering to do the most humane thing when he had the full authority and opportunity back then. Kok said Wee's statement now is akin to wanting to lock the stable door after the horses have bolted. The May 2021 train collision on the Klanajaya line left 213 injured, with 47 of them seriously wounded. Yesterday, we urged the government to do the humane thing and settle these lawsuits, saying that the latter should not be made to suffer further by incurring another 4 years of legal bills while waiting for the case to start in 2028. In a response to WE, Prasarana Malaysia Berhad said it had been actively exploring a fair resolution with those involved through its insurer, Alliance General Insurance Company Berhad. It had so far provided 90 individuals, passengers involved in the mishap, with financial assistance covering medical fees and counselling and settled claims amicably. If you'd like access to news like this and more, subscribe now to Malaysia Kini and support independent media. Facebook posts from the media on Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's meeting with Hamas leader has been restored. According to Meta, the two posts were removed in error. Meta has restored Facebook posts from local media covering Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's meeting with Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. Reuters quoted a Meta spokesperson as saying the two posts were removed in error and have now been restored. Yesterday, Communications Minister Fahmi Fatil slammed Meta for removing social media posts on Anwar's meeting with the Hamas delegation in Qatar on Monday. He said the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission would send Meta a letter to request its explanation of what had happened. The posts removed were from Malaysia Kini and Sinar Harian's Facebook. Malaysia Kini was told its posts went against the community's standards on dangerous individuals and organizations. The post was then restored around yesterday evening. Another news portal, Malaysia Gazette, had its Facebook account deleted after posting content about Palestine last month. Previously, Meta had taken down posts from Anwar's official social media accounts regarding the premier's speech at the Solidarity with Palestine rally at Axiata Arena in October last year. Higher Education Minister Zamri Abdul Kadir has reiterated that no discussions have been held by the government on the proposal for non-Bumiputra students to be allowed to enroll in a program at UiTM. Higher Education Minister Zamri Abdul Kadir said the debate on whether University Technology Mara will allow non-Bumiputra students to enroll in its cardiothoracic surgery postgraduate program has turned into a polemic. In a statement today, he said certain parties have intentionally weaponized the issue to undermine the purpose of UiTM's formation. He added that this has caused confusion and disputes among various parties. The UMNO senator reiterated that no discussions had been held yet on the matter, whether at the ministry or cabinet levels. He said the Higher Education Ministry firmly adheres to Clause 1A of Act 173, which states that UiTM was established in accordance with the provisions of Article 153 of the Federal Constitution. UiTM Student Representative Council has called on students to wear black today to protest against the proposal to open the cardiothoracic surgery postgraduates program to non-Bumiputra students. This came after it was reported that Raja Amin Raja Mokhtar, a member of the Board of Studies of the UiTM IJN Cardiothoracic Surgery Postgraduate Program, is saying that the university is considering allowing non-Bumiputra parallel pathway trainees and graduates into the program, with the approval of UiTM's Vice-Chancellor and Board Chairperson for a limited period. Previously, UiTM's Vice-Chancellor Shahrin Sahib affirmed the university's commitment to upholding the UiTM Act and Article 153 of the Federal Constitution, which restricts enrollment to Bumiputra students. Nevertheless, he stated that UiTM will comply with any government decision endorsed by the young di-Pertuan Agong if the issue arises due to national necessity. The MACC had submitted their findings on an investigation into an alleged corruption case involving the son of Perlis Menteri Besar Muhammad Shukri Ramli and several others. Azam said they have submitted the case to the DPP and are waiting for the DPP's decision. MACC has wrapped up its investigation into an alleged corruption case involving the son of Perlis Menteri Besar Muhammad Shukri Ramli and several others. Malaysia Kini learned that investigators had forwarded their investigation papers to the Deputy Public Prosecutor's Office several days ago. According to sources, MACC had submitted their findings together with a proposal that criminal charges be brought against at least one of the suspects. When contacted by Malaysia Kini, MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki confirmed that the anti-graft agency had submitted its findings into the case to the prosecutors. However, he declined to comment further when asked whether Shukri's son was among the suspects MACC had proposed to face criminal charges. He said MACC will wait for the DPP's decision next week. Last month, it was reported that MACC had remanded the Police Menteri Besar's son and 5 others to facilitate investigations into a case of producing falsified documents to make 600,000 ringgit in claims since 2022. The case relating to document forgery in making false claims is being investigated after the project in question was not carried out. The project, which involved maintenance, repairs, supply and service works from 2022 until now. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.